everyone! Welcome back to prom week. Today I'm going to be comparing cheap to expensive prom dresses. Personally, when I had my prom, my grandma and granddad kindly treated me to a more expensive dress. It was from Sherri. I'm not sure about the exact style number, but I will leave it in the description below. And I got it from a shop in London called Dress to Party, and my dress was about £450 plus tailoring. But I also hopped online this week and bought a prom dress for £44.99 from Quiz. I love both of these dresses, so now I have both ends of the spectrum to compare them for you. Now first things first, obviously prom is only one night of your life. For this reason, you might want to go for a cheaper dress. If you're only going to wear the dress on that night, you might want to go for the cheaper option. But on the other hand, you might feel that more expensive dress feels more luxurious and makes prom more of an occasion because you are only going to do it once. It purely depends on how you feel about prom and whether or not you'll wear your dresses again. I'm definitely hoping that I'll come across at least 2 more occasions where I can wear both of these dresses because I love both of them. But anyway, let's get on to comparing the dresses. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the weight of each dress. So the cheaper dress is a lot lighter in weight, whereas the more expensive dress is a lot heavier. This is because the expensive dress has a lot of layers to it. It has a layer of chiffon, it has this, it has that underneath it, whereas the cheap dress is just one layer. You might prefer the feeling of a lightweight dress if you're going to be dancing around at prom, or you might prefer your dress to have a bit of weight, feel a bit heavier and feel a bit more luxurious. Expensive dresses are always a little bit heavier because they use better materials. So talking about the actual materials, the material of the cheaper dress was incredibly stretchy. It felt like a very casual material, just like any other piece of clothing in your wardrobe. Again, you might prefer the feeling of that, whereas expensive dresses generally are not stretchy materials at all. For this reason, they're a lot easier to get tailored, so you can have it made to fit your exact figure. I'm no tailor myself, but I imagine that stretchy material is a lot harder to adjust. But then saying that, because it's a cheaper dress, you can kind of afford to just drop down a size and have the stretchy material. It will still fit you perfectly. Whereas with my dress personally, I'm in an R in between 2 sizes. One size was a little bit too big and I was pulling the dress up like this, whereas the other size I couldn't breathe in. So my only option was to have it tailored. The cons of tailoring is that obviously you've had it tailored to your exact body at that moment in time. If in the future you grow or you put on any weight, the dress isn't going to fit anymore and you'll have to get it re-tailored. Whereas the stretchy dress, still going to fit you if you put on a bit of weight. If you're the type of person to go for comfort, I would say look for a more stretchy material type of dress. But then saying that, when the material isn't stretchy, it really looks like it fits you perfectly. I guess it's all kind of swings and roundabouts with the material of the dress. It just purely depends on your personal preference. Next, I'm going to move on to diamantes, my favourite part of the dress. So on expensive dresses, they tend to use quite good quality diamantes. I'm not talking like diamonds dug up from the ground fresh. I'm just talking like they're usually sewn on, they have a lot more shine to them, they have different diamantes, they're not all the same. Whereas in cheaper dresses, the diamantes are stuck on, so obviously you have the risk of them falling off. And I also found that in the cheaper dress I bought, a couple of the diamantes were miscoloured. They were a little bit darker, so it did look like the diamonds had fallen off, even though they hadn't. I feel like with the cheaper dress, if you touch the diamantes too much, they would dull a little bit and they would lose their shine, whereas that would never happen with expensive dresses. So I think for the diamante argument, the expensive dress would win. But if you're not into diamantes, you don't want bling on your dress, cheaper option could be great for you. Okay, so my next point. In the expensive dress, the bra was sewn in, so you don't need to wear a bra with this dress. Whereas in the cheaper dress, you do need to wear a bra. Obviously, you're going to see your bra through the material in the dress because like I said, it's lighter, it's a thinner dress. You will see the outline of your bra through the back of your dress. You could try and get elasticated back one so that it's as smooth as possible, but that is still something that you need to consider. However, you might not like that the bra is sewn into some expensive dresses. It was definitely a bit of a weird concept for me at first, but I did find that it was a lot easier not having to worry about finding a bra that wouldn't show. So again, that situation is personal preference and what you feel most comfortable in. As for the fastenings on each dress, the cheaper dress had a keyhole at the back and it had a little button with an elasticated hook. That was the only fastening on the dress. There were no zips, nothing like that. So that makes me wonder, is it long lasting? What if the elastic breaks? Is it reliable? But I have to say, when I tried this dress on, the fastening felt absolutely fine. I quite liked that there was no fastening down the back of it. There was nothing down the sides. It was very plain and simple. I liked that aspect of the dress. Fastenings on more expensive dresses tend to be good quality fastenings. So the zip is a good quality zip. It's not going to get stuck halfway. It's not like a loud, bold zip. It's usually quite tucked away and delicate. And also at the back of the top of my dress, there was a hook and eye, so it made it extra secure. If the zip did break, there was still the hook and eye keeping me intact. I don't think the fastening is the main issue when you try on a dress, but I just think you should be aware of it, because after all, the last thing you want is for the fastening to break on your prom. And the final thing that I found is that on neither the cheap or the expensive dress there were any loose threads. Everything in that department was really good quality and everything was as it said on the tin. Overall, I think these days so many high street stores sell such lovely, cheaper prom dresses that there isn't really any need to buy an expensive dress. Obviously, if you would prefer to do that, go ahead and do that. If it's going to make you feel more confident and more luxurious, that is totally up to you. But I definitely don't think you should feel pressured into buying an expensive dress, because there are so many websites that you can buy cheap, good quality, lovely looking dresses from. But anyway, I hope this video has given you a little bit of an insight into cheap and expensive dresses and the pros and cons of each. I'm sure that whatever prom dress you find, it will look amazing on you no matter what the price tag is. But I hope you enjoyed this video and that you're enjoying my prom week, because I am loving doing it. Please do subscribe to see the rest of prom week. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!